Hey guys, mahal everyone, 40 the Broadway Saiyan here. Welcome to my YouTube channel with another video on Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia. In today's video, we're finally going to talk about it, the interlude story portion of the game. We know that it's just right around the corner. No official announcement has been made, but based on the timeline and the way they're trying to prepare for the whole 1-year anniversary for the global launch, we know that CAIT SITH is going to be coming soon. So why not talk about CAIT SITH and the interlude overview story chapter. So, interlude overview, CAIT SITH finally, and just a clarification, it's not chapter 12, it's called interlude. So don't go around saying chapter 12. I know people are calling it chapter 12, but it might confuse others. So yeah, it's called interlude. So just a little bit of overview on the interlude. Again, new story campaign arrives. So this is going to be pretty much preparing us for Arc 2, which is going to be the second part of the story. More gems to harvest, which is great. There's going to be 2 floors of stages to go through. So the first floor kind of reminds me of like the Midgar area from Final Fantasy VII. And then afterwards, there is a stairway that you go down through where you fight through like this gauntlet of like mannequin teams of all the different mannequins based on the characters of Dissidia Opera Omnia. And then we're going to be fighting the final boss, which is the Planesgorger, which is essentially a form of Shinryu or Neo Shinryu. So for those of you that are familiar with the Final Fantasy lore, it's that legendary dragon, really, really powerful. So we're going to be fighting against that. And the highlight of this interlude is to be recruiting the highly awaited offensive support, which is CAIT SITH. So let's go ahead and talk about CAIT SITH since he is the highlight of this chapter. So offensive support king is here. He's going to be granting more buffs to the party depending on the amount of party buffs, and he deals more damage depending on the total amount of party buffs. So that's pretty much his little gimmick. The more accumulated buffs that the party has total, the more that this monster of a character can actually do. And he is a blue crystal affiliate excelling in attack, initial brave, and max brave statistically, and he is the only character to wield the megaphone weapon, which is exclusive to him. So we're going to take a look at his abilities now. Ability 1 is called Toy Soldier. So this is a 6-hit AoE melee brave attack. The brave hits are dispersed if there's multiple targets present, and this also grants CAIT SITH small physical attack up for 5 turns. Now there's also Toy Soldier Plus, which is essentially a stronger 6-hit AoE melee brave attack. It also grants him that physical attack up for 5 turns. In order to access this, you do need to have party buffs to be at least at 3 or more or less than 6. So that's how you get access to Toy Soldier Plus. And then finally, it goes to Toy Soldier Plus, where it's another stronger 6-hit AoE melee brave attack. It also grants him that physical attack up for 5 turns. And for this one, you need the party buffs to be 6 or greater. His second ability is going to be called Mogdance. So this is going to be his support ability. So this grants a unique buff called Cheerful Gift to all party members for 6 turns. Cheerful Gift is going to be increasing everybody's attack, and it also grants them both HP and Brave Regen, which is pretty insane that it grants both regions. And then it turns into Mogdance Plus as long as the party's buffs is going to be 3 or more or less than 6. It now also grants small max Brave up on top of Cheerful Gift for 6 turns, and then Mogdance Plus requires your total party buffs to be at 6 or more. This also now grants small max brave up, small attack up, and Cheerful Gift. And because the small attack up and Cheerful Gift are 2 separate buffs, you get the attack up from both of those, which is really, really powerful. And this is one of the reasons why CAIT SITH is going to be a very powerful offensive support, and why a lot of people who have been playing Dissidia Opera Omnia have been waiting for this character. Now let's go ahead and talk about his crystal passive. So at level 5, we get Toy Soldier Power. It increases the brave damage he deals by all the Toy Soldier variants. At 10, he gets back attack. I don't really think he needs this, especially because, I mean, yeah, you could argue that his Toy Soldier is an AoE ability, but I don't really feel like he needs this at this point. Critical speed up. Again, optional because he needs to inflict a critical hit, but the CP cost is pretty low, so if you have room for it, by all means go ahead and use it. Mogdance attack up. This grants attack up for 1 turn after using any of the variants of Mogdance. I'd say to give this to him, so then that way he deals more brave damage with Toy Soldier. Bonus up all. It increases the break bonus gained by the party after an enemy is broken. For a CP cost of 5, it's low, but I feel like this is also a pass on this passive. And then for 35, we get Toy Soldier Charge. You do want this additional usage to Toy Soldier. At 40, buff speed up. I'm gonna actually say you might want to consider using this for CAIT Sith because he's not that fast, and for a support character, you obviously want him to act as soon as you can, so then that way you take advantage of the buffs he provides before you actually deal damage. So I'd say give him that. 45, Mog Dance charge. Another usage to Mog Dance, you do want that. At 50, Mog Fever, initial Brave and max Brave up. While there's 2 buffs or more active on CAIT Sith, you absolutely do want this, so then that way you're maximizing, especially his max Brave, so he deals the maximum amount of damage with his Toy Soldier. Level 54, Cheerful Gift speed up while Cheerful Gift is active. Again, you definitely do want this because CAIT Sith's not that fast. And then the last 3 passives that he gets, crystal-wise, is Toy Soldier Extend, which is going to be giving him another usage to Toy Soldier. It's going to raise the Brave damage potency on all 3 variants, and it also gives him a Brave Overflow mechanic up to 150% of his max Brave. It also raises the potency of that physical attack up buff he gives to himself. And if CAIT Sith Brave is at least 100% of his max Brave, he's guaranteed to inflict an AoE HP attack, and the HP damage is divided equally on multiple targets with a CP cost of 15, so you definitely want that, so now he can actually deal HP damage with that ability. Crystal Passive 58, buff attack and boost up. He gets a max Brave and attack up while he's buffed. Obviously, you do want that. And then finally, Mog Dance Extend at level 60, +1 usage to Mog Dance, grants Brave now to the party based on CAIT Sith's max Brave. So now this ability works as a Brave battery now. It lowers the action delay after using it. It also changes his Brave attack to Brave Attack Plus, and when you use Brave Attack Plus, he grants allies Brave based on max Brave with a CP cost of 15. So definitely improves his Mog Dance. So overall, pretty good passives. Again, he is a bit slow, so you do want to consider giving him the passives that increase or kind of manipulate his speed. Now we're going to go ahead and talk about his artifact passives. So buff guard up, 1-star, 2-star. Again, defense is not really priority in Dissidia Opera Omnia, so I would pass on this artifact passive. Mog Fever up, 1-star, 2-star. You definitely want that. That way it increases the effects for the initial Brave and max Brave up that he gives to himself with his passive. Toy Soldier power up, 1-star, 2-star. I would consider giving him this. This is actually recommended only because you want to be sure he actually is dealing that full amount of damage, because remember, in order for you to access that HP attack, he has to be at least 100% of his max Brave. And then Mog Dance Brave gain, this one's optional. I think it already gives enough Brave as it already does for the ability itself. And then the recommended ones are Toy Soldier power up 2-star, Mog Fever up 2-star, and Attack plus 108 as far as artifact passives go. Now let's take a look at the banner. So we have a brand new banner, and yes, we have another EX weapon. So we're going to talk about first CAIT Sith weapons. So 15 CP green megaphone is going to be permanently changing Toy Soldier to Toy Soldier Plus. So it makes it even easier to get to Toy Soldier Plus Plus. So that's amazing. It increases the Brave damage potency of all the variants of Toy Soldier, and it increases the potency of that physical attack up and extends its duration. 35 CP silver megaphone for CAIT Sith is going to permanently change Mog Dance to Mog Dance Plus. Again, very good. Improves the potency of the max Brave up, attack up, and also cheerful gift buffs, and extends their duration and lowers action delay. So very amazing. Those buffs are already good enough as they are, but with this, it makes them even better. And then the EX weapon featured is going to be Ice Brand for Warrior of Light. This equips the EX ability called Shining Wave on him. This is going to be a 2-hit range Brave plus HP attack. The Brave damage that he deals is based on the shield durability values on all party members. So whenever he uses that shield and he gives it to everybody, the value of those shields determines the amount of Brave damage this EX ability deals. It does also greatly heal the party's HP based on the HP damage he deals, and it caps out to 10% of max HP. Any excess HP is converted to Brave, and it grants Warrior of Light medium speed up for 5 turns. And then the repeated weapons are Enhancer, Flame Sword, Playing Cards, and Academia deck. Should you pull on this banner? Absolutely, yes, you should pull on this banner. You can argue that if you have Selfie already built up and maybe Ramza, that maybe you should pass, but honestly, CAIT Sith is going to serve you for a good while, and I would highly recommend pulling on this. The prize for me, I feel like, is CAIT Sith's gear, because he's such an amazing offensive support. I feel like Warrior of Light's EX, while it is good for him right now, it's more of the the bonus prize. But later on, without saying too much, Warrior of Light becomes super amazing. So if you happen to pull his Ice brand, well, then you're prepared for what he becomes later on when he gets his level 70 awakening. But for now, on this banner, the prize is CAIT Sith. Highly recommended to pull on it. I know a lot of you have been saving for this banner. He's going to serve you well. He works well alongside Selfie, and I will be talking about that in another video. But yeah, definitely you want to pull for this banner. Now let's go ahead and talk about the boss. The boss, Planesgorger. So what does this boss do? So first of all, it's resistant to fire and holy, and it has a chase HP value of 40. Pretty standard. It is immune to specific debuffs of attack down, defense down, speed down, initial brave down, and max brave down. So just keep that in mind. You can't debuff this boss in particular to those debuffs. When it starts its first turn, it immediately attacks the party with Crystal Wave, which first it increases its brave, and then it deals AoE HP damage to the entire party, and it also grants itself attack and defense up. So you want to keep that in mind when you're fighting this boss, and it does it for both the normal and hard version. So it's going to deal that HP damage. So be sure to have a healer, which is why CAIT Sith is amazing for this. He can also remove all buffs from a target, including framed ones, and this ability that he uses to do this is guaranteed to hit. So even if you happen to land blind on him because he's not immune to blind, this ability is still going to hit you. So be careful for that. And then he likes to use abilities that have a high turn rate when either he breaks a target with an ability or he attacks a target that's already broken. So kind of like lightning. So keep that in mind as well when you're fighting this boss. So some tips to prepare before approaching the interlude when it finally releases to global. Highly recommended to prepare your blue crystals for CAIT Sith. He's an amazing offensive support. I cannot say it enough. So if you already have your blue crystals, kudos to you. But if you don't, take this time to farm them up because he's going to be a very valuable party member to be able to build up. And then some recommended ways to deal with the boss. You could consider inflicting poison or sap against a Planesgorger. So for those of you that like to use Edgar, maybe Shantoto or Thancred because they are awakened, you could consider doing that because it's not immune to those debuffs. Or if you want, you could just be a little bit more straightforward. Use a powerful Brave Battery comp to immediately allow your party to damage the boss's HP. So you could definitely go with like Squall, CAIT Sith, and Selfie. You have CAIT Sith and Selfie for the Brave Battery, and then you have Squall to just dish out the massive amounts of damage that he does with his abilities. That way you're just getting straight to its HP. You don't have to worry about having to build up your brave, things like that. And then summon of choice for the final boss fight against the Planesgorger, I'm going to say is Bahamut. Bahamut is so good right now because its requirement for its blessing is not very hard to achieve. And since a majority of characters right now that are powerful are non-elemental, Bahamut helps them out further because he does further strengthen non-elemental teams. All right, guys, so following this discussion, I'm going to be showing you guys a little bit of gameplay. We're going to be tackling the Planesgorger boss. That way you guys get a visual of what this boss does and gets you guys hyped up for this upcoming interlude story event for Dissidia Global Opera Omnia. Let's go ahead and move on to that. Alrighty, guys, here we are with my JP account. We're going to be tackling the final boss for the interlude story chapter. I am going to be using CAIT Sith since he is the star of this chapter. I'm going to be taking Warrior of Light and Squall. Now, because this is the JP version of the game, both Squall and Warrior of Light are a lot more powerful than what we currently have in Global. But again, this is a visual showcase to show you guys what the Planesgorger boss does. And I'm going to be taking Bahamut like I recommended. And I'm going to take a Noctis friend that I probably won't use, but here we go. Alright, here we go. And remember, he's going to open up with Crystal Wave. We're going to see it very, very shortly here. So he takes his first turn, increases his Brave, and he deals a massive amount of HP damage. So that's something you definitely want to watch out for, and which is why it's very important to bring a healer. And you saw how much damage he did, and this is the normal version of this particular boss fight. It's not even the hard, so it's a divided AoE HP attack. So if your HP is like under 5,000 just on a normal mode, you might lose a character or two. So just want to keep that in mind. But then again, there's a lot of time to prepare, so just giving you guys a heads up. And let's see if we can see some of his other abilities here. And with CAIT Sith, we're just going to go ahead and use his abilities. I just want to keep everybody alive. Let's check out Toy Soldier now. So that's Toy Soldier. It has the overflow, and since we hit 100% and above of his max Brave. We went ahead and got that HP attack. Alright, let's see what this boss is going to do next. I just want to prolong it just a little. So let's just use Cheerful Gift again. Why not? Okay, so that was likely one of its abilities where it has a higher turn rate if he happened to have broken my Warrior of Light, or if he already hit Warrior of Light when he was broken. But we didn't see the high turn rate because our Warrior of Light has his shield on. And as you can see, the Brave regen, the HP regen is kicking in, which is really, really cool from Cheerful Gift. Let's check out his Brave Attack Plus. So that's what he gets after you use Cheerful Gift with the level 60 Crystal passive. So it also provides Brave to the party when he uses a Brave Attack Plus. So he has two different Brave batteries when you have his Crystal passive level 60. He gets it from Cheerful Gift, or here from Mog Dance, and then he also gets it from his Brave Attack Plus, which is the reason why CAIT Sith is such a very powerful offensive support. And he also works as a healer too, in a sense. Kind of replenishing the party turn by turn. And we're just going to go ahead and finish him off there. But that's going to be a little bit of a gameplay visual showcase for the upcoming interlude story chapter for Dissidia Opera Omnia Global. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Hopefully you guys are excited to finally get CAIT Sith, and also very excited for what Square is planning for us for the 1-year anniversary. It's going to be really cool. I can't believe this game is already a year old, but can't wait to see what they have in store for us global Dissidia Opera Omnia players. Once again, this is 40 the Broadway saying stay tuned for the next video, and mahal everyone.